Hey everyone, welcome to yoga practice today. Today we are doing a hip-focused yoga practice. So we will hit the inner hips, the hip flexors, we'll get the outer hips, we're gonna strengthen the hips. It's all about the hips. So grab your mat, grab a couple blocks, grab a pillow or a bolster if you wanna lie on that afterwards. I am 31 weeks pregnant, so if you are pregnant, this is a great practice for you. You can modify with me as needed, take breaks when you need. Make sure that you consult your doctor beforehand, that all is good and you are ready to practice. Have fun, let's go. This on your back and we'll lie down. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to touch and allow your knees to be wide apart. And you'll place one hand on your heart and one hand to your belly and touch in. Take a moment to just acknowledge the fact that you're here, you've arrived for yourself. This is your practice. You can open up into your day, your way. So create an intention for your practice, what it may be. Start to deepen the breath so you're using the back of your throat. It's called Ujjayi pranayama. And then gently start to draw your knees towards each other. Take your feet out wide and your feet flat on the mat. Open your arms wide and we'll move your legs side to side. So we'll get some movement the right and to the left for the outer hips. A little bit of a spinal rotation twist. You can turn your head in the opposite direction of the knees to get a little bit of rotation in the upper neck. And then come back through center, draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a gentle hug in, and you can rock a little side to side. Feels good. Happy baby pose. You can catch your feet from the outside, knees wide, head down, shoulders down. Breathe your spine long into the mat. Now draw your legs together and you'll roll along your spine. Just go back and forth. Come up, cross your legs, plant your palms to tabletop pose. So you can spread the fingers out really evenly wide on your mat. Knees below hips. Roll through cat and cow poses. So you can inhale round, and exhale melt. These are good to coordinate the movement in the breath. And now come to a neutral spine. You'll step the right foot forward. Inhale, come up into low lunge. Take your arms up. Bend the elbows out wide. So you want to get the elbow tips aligned with your shoulders. The bottom of the elbows forward. Lift your chest forward and up, breathe in. And then go back a little bit as you breathe out. Inhale to come back up. As you exhale, left hand to the floor, take your right arm up to the sky. Open your chest. So warm up for the upper back. Sweep your top arm over your ear with your top hand facing down to the floor. Push through your legs. And then take your right hand down inside your right foot. You can always walk your right foot a little bit wider. Move your chest forward so the spine gets really long. Breathe in, and then you'll go low as you breathe out. You can pick up your back knee. And then you push your legs down, lift and float your hips up, and maybe take right arm underneath your right leg. And you take wide cactus arms. This is a bit of inner hips. You can move your hips side to side, loosening up the inner groin area. Back knee down towards the floor. And now step your right leg wide. So you take your right leg out to the side and straight. With your right leg straight, push your right foot down so the right heel aligns with your right hip. Left hip over the left knee. Breathe in, move your chest forward a little bit, and then breathe out, lower your hips towards your left heel. We'll do 4 of these. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, move your hips back. Good. Inhale, fill lungs, hips forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, the right leg around, tabletop. And step left foot forward. Inhale, come up into low lunge. Take your elbow tips wide. So you're moving the bottom part of your elbows a bit forward. This will automatically move your shoulders back. So open your chest. Yeah, push through your legs, lift your chest up, inhale, and go back a little bit as you exhale. Breathe into your upper spine. Inhale, rise up with your spine. Exhale, right hand down, the left arm up. Breathe in. And sweep your top arm over your ear. It's really nice to open up through your left rib cage and take some generous breaths into the left side rib cage. Front knee is over the front ankle. Take your left hand inside your left foot. You can walk your left foot a little wider. Back toes tucked, pick up your back knee. Push your legs down. Spine moves forward, breathe in. And then lower your chest down as you breathe out. You can take your left arm from the inside your leg and around and under. So the left shoulder is snuggling underneath your inside left knee. Hips can go side to side a little bit. All right, bring your back knee down to the floor and you'll step your left foot wide. So you want your left heel and your left hip to align. The right knee directly under right hip. When you inhale, move your chest forward a little bit. Exhale, send your hips back. Good. Inhale, move chest forward. Exhale, send hips back. 2 more. Like the inner thighs. Exhale back. 1 more. Breathe in, hips forward, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Oh, it's good stuff. Okay, inhale to come forward. Sweep your left leg around, tabletop. You guys are doing all my pregnancy moves today. Okay, walk your knees back, toes tucked with your arms straight. Lift your hips up and back, downward dog. No, they're your hip moves too. It's just great to open the hips. If you're pregnant, you're not pregnant. You gotta open up the hips. So in dog pose, check to see your hands are spread evenly wide and you press through your thumb and first finger. Feet hip distance parallel. Bend the knees, lift your pelvis, hips up. Drop your head down. Once you've done a few adjustments, you can pedal the feet to stretch the calf muscles. Then get really still. Walk your hands to your feet, go to the back of the mat. You can hang upside down, bend your knees, catch your elbows or your ankles, drop your head. Sway a little side to side. Feel that you have even body weight between both feet. Touch down, walk your hands forward, downward dog. Look forward, walk feet to hands. This is a great way to stretch the calves. You get the whole foot landing on the earth. Oh yeah, stretch it out. When you get to the top of the mat, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Tack your shoulders back a bit more, so chest open, and then lift your arms up. As opposed to over, lift your arms more up to the ceiling. Drop your head down to the floor. Take your feet as wide as you need. So you want to feel some space in the hips, pelvis. Breathe out, bring hands to your hips, elbows, shoulders up. Inhale, rise, stand up. And take your arms up over your head. Hold on to your left wrist. You'll push your legs down, lift your chest up, breathe in, bend to the right as you breathe out. Stay for the in-breath. Side bend a little deeper on the out-breath. Inhale, come back up to the center line, and you'll hold the right wrist. Push your legs down, lift your chest, breathe in. You'll go left as you breathe out. Stay in the side bend on the in-breath. You come down a little deeper, hips further right on the out-breath. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hands to the low back. Set your feet apart so they're about 2 fist distance or a little wider. Draw your shoulders back. Yes, push your legs down, send your thighs back, chest forward and up, breathe in. And you'll go back, bending as much as you'd like as you breathe out. So more importantly, to get the shoulders back than the spine moving back. Breathe into the upper chest. Start to look up. Strengthen the leg muscles a bit more. Lift your chest up more higher. Go back a little further. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release your arms down. Following the breath, inhale, reach your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow forward, fold. Uttanasana. Drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank pose, top of your push-up. Now you can put the knees on the floor, lower halfway or all the way. Back bend on your belly, or you lift your thighs up, lift your chest up. Exhale, back downward dog pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. You can pedal out the feet and just feel some space in the back of the legs. Lift your hips a bit higher, breathe in. Now on the out breath, draw the belly to the spine, look forward, step to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, bow, forward fold. Head down. Stand up, root down. You can take your arms wide or hands to hips. And exhale, bow, forward fold, touch your mat. Drop your head. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands by the feet, step back, plank pose, top of the push-up, shoulders over wrists. Lower down halfway or all the way. You can put the knees down if you need. Back bend, inhale, lift up, strong legs, downward dog, exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward, draw the belly up, step to the top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bow, forward fold. Stand up, inhale, hips, heart forward. One more like that. Exhale, bow, forward fold, touch your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Step to plank as you breathe out. Lower down halfway or all the way. Strong legs. Back bend, lift your thighs up high. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out, look forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, bow, forward fold. Bend your knees a bit. Take your left hand forward, just in front of your nose. Soften the left knee. So you bend it, straighten the right. Move your chest forward, inhale, and open to the right. Take your right arm up. Bit of rotation. Nice, and that's it. You got it, Rebecca. Breathe in, look down, take your right hand down, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, and open the left arm to the sky. Breathe in here. And breathe out, bow, forward fold, touch your mat. Sit your hips down, inhale to chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, bow, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Set your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, rise, high lunge. So you want to get the front knee over the ankle. The back leg can bend a little bit. And then you lift the front of your pubic bone up. Lift your chest, inhale. And twist to the right as you exhale. So you can put the left elbow to the middle right thigh. Or a little bit more of an open twist. So your arms can be a bit wider as I'm doing to keep more space. Lift your back thigh a little higher. Look down, inhale, come up, and around, warrior two. So align the front heel to the back arch. The front knee is aiming the outer knee towards the outer right pinky toe. Next inhale, straighten your front leg, take your arms up. Exhale, bend your right knee, take arms parallel. 2 more, inhale, straighten front leg, arms up. Exhale, bend and sit. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, bend, sit. Reverse it, back hand down the back thigh, right arm up. So you move your legs, thighs back a bit, bend your front knee, and lean back. So you open the whole right sideways. Inhale, warrior 2. We'll take side angle pose, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up. Right fingertips can start to reach towards the floor, inside or outside. You can still breathe evenly. Or we'll bind, left arm behind your back, half bind or full bind. Look down, inhale, warrior 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Exhale, windmill your arms, plant the palms, downward dog. Whew. High plank, breathe in. Low push-up, breathe out. Back bend, breathe in, lift your thighs, lift your chest. Downward dog, exhale. Step your left foot forward. Now come onto your fingertips. First, lift your back heel up. Now lift your front foot up. So you're lifting the left toes off the floor. This will get into the left calf muscle, and you can point a little bit the left foot or flex it. But think of your sitting bones moving back, wide and apart. Whoa. You can have a little bend in the front leg if you need it. Now we're gonna get real crazy. Halfway lift the spine a little bit, inhale. Take your right hand outside your left leg if you can, on a block, a book, or the floor. Ooh. Yes, a little outer hip. And you keep lifting the sole of your left foot up off the floor. Press the left heel down and forward a little bit. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Land the sole of the left foot down. Look forward, bend the front knee, step forward. Whew. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow, fold, and breathe out. Pick up your big toes with your 2 first fingers. Wrap around the big toe, close with the thumb. Pull up on the big toe, chest moves forward, inhale. And elbows go wide and bow, head down. You can always take your feet wider if that gives more space for belly between legs. Shoulders lift up, head goes down. Empty out the lungs. Touch down to the floor, halfway lift, inhale. Walk your feet so they're hip distance apart, and you'll step your right foot back. Set your feet hip distance. Inhale, rise, high lunge. So you can always bend your back knee a little bit, and you want to even the pelvis on all 4 sides. So side to side, even, front to back, even. When you bend your back knee, move your tailbone in a bit. Then you'll feel a stretch through the front of the right hip crease. Breathe in, lift chest. And breathe out, twist left. You can take a bit of a higher twist, or you get deeper. Right arm to the outside of the left leg, stack the palms, stack the elbows. That's it, Ann. Yes, stack your hands. And you're twisting. I'm just not twisting, yeah. Push the 2 hands into one, lift your chest up. Yes. Turning from the middle, upper back, bottom ribs forward, upper ribs up. Breathe in. Look down and breathe out. You'll come up and around warrior 2. Woo-hoo-hoo. So check front foot, front heel, back, middle arch. On inhale, straighten your legs, take your arms up. Exhale, bend front knee and sit, arms parallel. Inhale, straighten, lift. Exhale, bend and sit. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, goddess. So the right hand moves down the back right thigh. The left knee is going forward over the front ankle. Warrior two, inhale. Take your side angle pose, exhale. Left forearm to the left thigh, right arm up. This is a great place to stay. You're building strength in the legs, building stability in the hips. Top arm can sweep over the ear. You take it deeper, the left fingertips will reach inside or outside the left foot. Or bind, right arm behind. Half or full bind. Corkscrew the right arm behind the back. If you then you take both shoulders evenly back at the same time, same rate. Breathe in. Now look down, breathe out, back warrior two. Yeah. And then windmill arms, plant palms, downward dog. Woo, woo, woo. High plank, inhale. Low push up as you exhale. Back bend, breathe in. Dog as you breathe out. Step the right foot forward and keep your back knee lifted. So hands on either side of the right foot. You'll start to straighten out your front leg. And then you lift the back heel, you lift your front foot. So you're on the right heel. And the right foot pushes down and forward. The back heel lifting up and the back foot pushing backwards. Breathe some space into the right calf muscle. You could always point and flex the front foot. Twist, left arm outside your right leg. Woo-hoo. That's special. Breathe into the right hamstring, calf muscle. Look forward, take your left hand outside on the other side of the right foot. Bend your front knee, right foot flat, inhale. Step forward as you exhale. Whew. Halfway lift, breathe in. And bow fold as you breathe out. Hands to the hips, elbows go up, shoulders up. Inhale, stand up. Take your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, press into your right foot. You'll root it down. Take your left foot up. Put your left foot to the inner shin or inner thigh for the tree pose. So you place it somewhere on the inner leg. You can also lift your foot up to bring it higher. So you're in tree. Left knee is wide, then you square up your hips. Hands could be at the hips, shoulders back, or you take your arms up. Then you can bend your elbows wide, like you have stop sign arms. Elbows forward, chest up, and you go back a little bit into a back bend. Breathe into the front of the hips. Breathe into the front of the chest. Inhale to rise up. Take your left knee forward and kick forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, warrior 3. Send it back. Left leg back, arms wide. Balance. Breath. Reach your left toes back and step your left foot back. High lunge, inhale. Place your back knee down as you exhale. Woo. Is that fun? Hold on to your left wrist. Lift your chest, breathe in, bend over to your right. This is great for the outer hip flexor and in the front of the hips. So the tailbone's moving in, hips can move forward and down. Spine lifting up and over to the right. Arm bones hug in, head back a bit. Inhale to come back up, slow, slow. Take your left hand down and walk your left knee back a bit more. So you lower your hips. You can stay like this, getting a bit more of a hip stretch. If you liked the lizard pose, you'll come into lizard. Or you bend your back knee, reach back and see if you can catch your left foot with your right hand. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever shape you took, take 3 more big, deep breaths. Release your back foot, hands inside your right foot. Lift up your back knee and turn to your left. Toes in, heels out, wide leg straddle. So your feet are apart, hands in between your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. And hands to the floor, palms flat, and reach the crown of your head towards the floor. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. You're starting to work the upper body through the window of the legs. Wrists under elbows, grip the floor with the hands. And elbows hug in. That's it. Breathe your hips forward and up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Now look at the right foot, turn the right toes out. Bend your right knee in the direction of your right toes. Lower your hips and then lift your left foot up off the floor, Skandasana. So your left toes are lifted. The left hamstring is turning towards the mat and the left thigh muscle to the sky. You can take some pressure onto your hands, or you can even lift your hands up to the heart. Touch down, inhale, lift hips up, turn towards the top of the mat, step back to dog pose. Vinyasa if you'd like, or stay still in dog shape. Breathe in, high plank. Breathe out, low push-up. Back bend, breathe in. Dog as you breathe out. So get grippy with your fingertips, breathe out. Look forward, step or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow, fold, exhale. Stand up, inhale. And hands to your heart, exhale. Left foot roots down, lift your right foot up. So we'll get into tree. The right knee's wide. Square your hips. Lift your chest, you take your shoulders back. Hands can be at the heart. This one, you could take your hands forward, interlace your fingers, and take your arms up. It's a little different shoulder opener. Root your left foot down. Push your right foot in. Push your left thigh back. Lift your chest. Steady the eyes, bring hands to heart, breathe in. Right knee forward, breathe out, kick forward, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, warrior 3, send it back, right leg back. Balancing. Back toes turn down, back leg straight. Lift the arms, lift the chest, inhale. And keep lifting your back thigh, bend the standing left leg, send the right toes back, high lunge, inhale. And then lower your back knee down, exhale. Hold the right wrist. So pull the arms and legs together, inhale, lift chest. Bend left as you exhale. So your hips can go forward and down. Tailbone moves in. Low belly lifts up. And breathe some new space into the right side waist. Arm bones and head back a little bit, yeah. Inhale to come up. As you exhale, take your hands down. Now you can do the lizard pose, you liked that one, or you'll take your right hand wide. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. And I walked my left foot a little bit wider. I lower my hips more. Even walk your right leg back more. Then you can bend your back knee and maybe be able to catch the right foot with the left hand. Pull the foot in if you have the foot, pull it in a bit, and then kick back a little bit to open your chest. Open the right thigh muscle. All right, release your back foot, hands go inside your left foot, pick up your hips, turn right, and your toes move in, heels out. Align your feet, you gotta check that they're in the same plane. Lengthen your spine a little more forward, hips forward, and then bow and see if you can catch your big toes. And you reach your head down to the floor. Hips are moving forward, thighs are moving back. Spine goes down and in. Touch down, halfway lift, breathe in. Turn your left toes out, start to bend your left knee so the knee goes in the direction of the left toes. And you lift your right foot up off the floor. Skandasana. You play a little bit by moving your thighs back more and lowering your hips. You can touch the floor, even sit on a block if that helps. Adductors. Welcome to your adductors. All right, lift your hips up, turn to the top of the mat and step back to downward dog pose. Great pose to repose. Root the hands, the feet. Vinyasa, you'd like one. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, shift forward, look forward, low push-up. Back bend, strong legs, inhale. And down dog as you exhale. Inhale, rise to the toes, come to your knees. Let's do a back bend. So stand up on our knees, hips are right over your knees. Bring your hands to your low back, hips. Move your spine in and lift your chest up. You can stay like this, shoulders back, elbows back. Breathe here, or you start to go back. When you go back, you have to think of going up, forward and up. Reach for your heels. Inhale to rise up slowly and you'll sit, hips to heels. Breathe in. Just get still, you breathe out. Okay, inhale, come forward, tabletop. We'll step the right leg out wide, so that shape we did earlier. And then root down through your legs and bring your hands to your hips and you'll stand up. Pull the legs in, take your arms up, inhale, and you'll side bend over to the right leg. So you side bend right, take your right hand now down that whole outside of your right leg. Your left hand behind the back of the head. Lift your chest, breathe in. You lean a little over to the right as you breathe out. And pull the legs strongly together a bit more and go a little lower with your right hand. Lift the top elbow a bit more to the sky. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take your arms up. Exhale, hands forward, palms down to the mat. And switch your legs. Right knee in, left leg out. This is good side body work. Stand up, hands to hips. Pull the legs in, push your legs down. Lift your arms up, breathe in. And side bend over to the left as you breathe out. Now reach your left hand down the outside of the left leg. Ooh. Draw the thighs back a bit more. You move your thigh bones back and then the navel in and up. Top hand can go behind the head. You lift your top elbow up to the sky. getting a little longer and lower. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands down, tabletop. Whew. Okay, we're gonna do one more camel pose now. So just see how this might feel a little different. You have more space in your ribs and your side waist. Usually when we open the side waist, we have more room to back bend. So strong legs, hips over knees, hands to low back, shoulders back, chest up, breathe in, and go back as you breathe out. It may feel the same, but it's nice to observe. Reach for your heels. Hands to your hips, head up last. And sit. Take your knees wide and your big toes to touch. Sit. So this might be it, just like enough here. You're like, okay, that's good. Or you'll go back a little bit. You walk your hands back, lift your hips, move your tailbone in, and lower your hips. You can stay here. You should start to feel the stretcher on the top of the thighs. If there's pain in the knees, you come out. You go a little bit lower to the back of the arms, or maybe to the top of the head and then back of the head and the shoulders. Come out, you'll lift yourself up. Come forward, take a downward facing dog pose. Now from dog pose, we take pigeon pose. So you're welcome to take a thread the needle on your back or double pigeon seated. The pigeon pose, your right knee goes a little wider than your right hip. Left leg back, back toes tucked or pointed. Lift your chest, breathe in, and then come forward and fold as you breathe out. These are hips, more outer hip opening. Pigeon pose is still good to pull legs together and lengthen your spine out of the pelvis and forward. Slowly walk your hands back, spread your fingers, shoulders over wrists, back toes tucked. Inhale, the right leg up to the sky. You'll stack the hip up, bend the knee, and get some space in the right hip. Stay here, or you could practice flipping it. If you have room, you flip it over. Breathe, lift your hips up. Look down, come around, right hand down, and you'll turn to your left, side plank. You can always place your right knee on the floor if you need to. Lift your hips, or you stack your feet, lift your hips. Push into your right thumb and first finger. Spread your toes. And you'll come back around, downward facing dog pose. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Look forward, left knee a little wider than the left hip. And your right leg back, pigeon. So you get into your shape where it feels good in the knee joint. You have your left knee a little wider than the hip and the back toes tucked. Lift your chest, breathe in. And you'll come forward and fold as you breathe out. very, very slow. You'll walk your hands back, take your time, get into your finger pads and knuckles. Shoulders over wrist, back toes tucked. Inhale, left leg up. Stack hip, bend knee. Stay here, or you could flip it. Roll to the outside of the right foot. You flip over. Bend the knees, lift your hips. Look around, look at something different. And you'll look down, left hand down. We'll turn to the right. So you place the left knee on the floor if you need to, or you'll stack your feet. A little bit of an angle from the left wrist to the shoulder. You lift your hips up. Spread your toes. That's it. Breathe in, lift your hips a little higher. And then breathe out, hips to the sky, downward facing. Ha, ha. Okay, pedal your feet. See if you get the heels down a little closer to the mat. Walk it out. And then rise to your toes and come to your knees. Cross your legs, seated. Whew. We made it this far. Okay, right leg out, left leg in. Janu Shasana. Push your foot and the leg together. Lift your arms up, breathe in. Turn right and you'll breathe out, bow to the right. You can put your hands onto the floor or catch the foot. And you lengthen your spine forward. Now, a nice option is to do a bit of a twist. So you twist to the left, right arm goes inside your right leg. You can take the left arm up. It's more side body. Top arm can sweep over the ear, or top hand behind your head, or you catch your right foot with your left hand. Ground your legs to the floor a little closer. Inhale, rise up. Take your left hand behind you, a little bit off to the left. Push your left knee down, right heel down. Lift your hips up. Move your tailbone in more. Lift your hips a bit higher. And then bring your hips down. And you'll switch your legs. Left out, right in. Take your arms up and your legs down. Breathe in. Turn left and you can bow to the left. So that great option for more keeping the belly open would be the left hand to the inside of your left leg. And you turn to the right. Top arm can go up. Top arm over ear, side bending. That's it. Top hand behind your head. That kind of gives you a reference to push your head and hand together, and you take your head a little bit back, chin in, and your head back. Maybe right hand to left foot. Whoa, this is my tight side. Inhale, rise up. Take your right hand behind you. Push your left heel down, right knee down. Lift your hips up. Come back down. And we would lie down on our backs. So once you do lie down on your back, take your feet so they're hip distance apart. Parallel your feet. One bridge or one bridge up bow. So I'll give you both to work on. Take your arms beside you, lift your chest and move your shoulders close together. Push your feet down, lift your hips up. So this would be bridge. You can walk your arms underneath you, root elbows and then wrists. Keep plugging your feet more into the floor, get your hips up. This is nice to get the front of the hips to open. Space for your lower back, lengthen your tailbone in more. Or hands by your ears. fingers forward. You would rise to the crown of the head, and then to your forehead, and then you press up off your head, upward bow. You're in bridge pose, keep lifting your chest closer and closer to the chin, not chin to chest to chin. And then slowly release towards the floor. Once you lay to the floor, rest your lower back and your pelvis down. Put your right foot on top of your left thigh. So like a figure four position. And then slowly pick up your hips, move them a little bit over towards the right, and then let your knees fall to the left. You'll turn your belly and your head to the right. You can take your arms over your head, cactus or wide. Inhale, bring your legs back up to center, reset your feet to the floor, and then you'll take your left foot on top of the right thigh. Pick up your hips, move them a little left, and then let the knees fall to the right, and you'll turn your belly head left. Inhale, bring your legs back up to center, and you will take a happy baby pose or hug your legs in. In a happy baby pose, you can always feel your legs get a little bit straighter, and then bend your knees a bit deeper. Feel the legs get a little straighter, and then bend the knees deeper. And to close a happy legs in the air pose, so legs up in the air, arms in the air. You can bend the knees a little bit and shake your legs, shake them forward and back a little bit, and then you can open the legs and close the legs. You can put the one leg forward and the one leg back. Just get some movement of the thigh bone in the hip socket. Spread your toes. And then the same with the hands. Roll your wrists a little bit. Arms can be in the air. You can shake them out. You can close your fists, open. Just get some blood to move down the legs towards the heart. Okay, now hug your legs into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Stretch out into final shavasana. For final shavasana, I've been using a pillow, so just to raise the spine slightly, which feels really good to lift your chest a little higher than the pelvis. If you do have a pillow close by, you would put it down lengthwise, the middle of your mat, and then you bring your hips towards the edge of the pillow, and you can lie down over the pillow. We'll rest for a few minutes, so give yourself some space. You can open up your arms, open your legs, close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose, and then out your mouth. settle the weight of your body downwards. Give yourself this opportunity to absorb the practice and use it as a meditation to stay present, awake, but relaxed fully. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Feels good. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Bend your knees, both of them, and you'll roll to one side. You can come up and sit. Just acknowledging like each and every moment is an opportunity for meditation. So when things are like a bit distracting, it's like, okay, that could be distracting, or it could be an opportunity for meditation. To keep your mind really calm and focus one point without any distraction. If it's on the breath or on the body, sensation, sound, it's meditation. Feel free, bring your hands to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Set a word or phrase for your day or simple gratitude. Deep breath in. Open mouth and breathe out. Lift your thumbs to third eye center, thumbs to your lips and to your heart, acknowledging you, your practice, each other. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming in and practicing with me today, everyone.